So first, before we look at our experiment, it would be really helpful for us to know the parts of the egg. So let's go over what parts of the egg we're going to be looking at today. This is the egg shell. We're going to make that a little bit bigger so we can see that. So this part on the outside is our eggshell. And then this yellow part right here is called the yolk. And then this part, that if you were to have a boiled egg or a fried egg, it would be white when it's cooked, is called, and I'm probably going to butcher this word, it's called the albumin, A-L-U-B-M-E-N, albumin. So these are the three parts of the egg that we're going to be talking about. The eggshell is on the outside, it's the hard part. The yolk is the yellow part on the inside of the egg. And the albumin, when you first crack an egg, it's clear, and then when you cook it, it turns white. So those are the parts of the egg that we're going to talk about today. So first we're going to look at the egg that was resting in the water. So we're going to tap it and we're going to let it get dry for a second. And we're going to set the glass to the side. And what do you notice about this egg? This egg that we left in the water. It looks like it's the same size. It's the same color. It's hard just like it was before. So we're going to set this egg to the side. And we're going to look at the egg that was resting in the vinegar. So before pulling the egg out, we can see that there's a lot of bubbles on this egg. And when I pull it out, I noticed that the bubbles made it very slimy feeling. I was not a big fan of the feeling, but I decided to press on, and I kept rubbing at these bubbles, trying to get them to go away, but they were stuck to the egg. And then I noticed that the egg not only was slimy, but it was very, very bouncy. So I decided to rinse it off so I could look at it further. And that's when I noticed that the egg had swelled. It had gotten even bigger. And I could see all of this yellow. So what happened? And then this is where Miss Marriott made a mistake. I bounced it and it opened. Oh dear, I made a big mess. So I went ahead and put all of those pieces back into the vinegar. And then I'm going to break open the water egg. And we're going to see what it looks like on the inside. It took me a minute to get it open. So here I noticed that the shell is still hard and intact. And then I see that the yolk is the same color. And the abdomen is still clear. I'm probably still saying that word, but I'm trying. And then we are looking at the egg that is in the vinegar. And the yolk looks the same, but the abdomen is starting to turn white. And the shell is soft. It's almost like a ball got deflated when I dropped it. So why did the egg in the vinegar change? So now we're going to look at our experiment and see what happened to our egg. The egg that changed the most was the egg that was put in the vinegar. And the reason our egg changed is because vinegar is an acid. That's why I colored it red. And what acid does is it eats through things. So when I put the acid into the egg into the acid, I should say, the acid started eating away at the shell. And this made the shell weaker. So that way, some of the vinegar could get inside of our egg. And the vinegar is what changed our Eggie's color. So the acid made our Eggie get weaker and let the vinegar come in and change it. Water is just a base. Let me see if I can put that word here for you. Water is just a base. So it didn't change our Eggie at all because it just stays the same. But acid, it's very hungry, and so it just ate at our eggshell like you saw with all the bubbles. And then it allowed the vinegar to go inside the egg, and it made the egg swell. How cool is that, guys?